Hey guys, welcome to my channel or welcome back. My name is Marnise Nicole and I'm an acrylic painter. And today I'm finally starting with some Inktober related content. So, just so you know, I'm not intending to take Inktober way too seriously this year. Not that I ever really took it too seriously, but not for the related controversy that's happening with Jake Parker, the creator of Inktober. It has nothing to do with that, and more to do with the fact that I'm actually enjoying making art right now. And anytime I've participated in some of these community events, be it Inktober, Mermaid, any of these 30-day challenge type of art creative prompt things, I've always gotten myself into a major art slump. And I don't want to do that this year because I'm finally back into creating paintings and liking my supplies and having creative video ideas and doing art retreats from home and all of these things. And I don't want to focus solely on ink and the Inktober prompts and then kind of put myself back into that negative art space trying to force ideas out. I don't want to force anything. I want to just enjoy and relax and play around with some mediums that I love, which I do in fact love acrylic ink, which is why I really do want to do some type of art. In 2019, if you don't know, I didn't paint for the whole year. It was like kind of the lost year of art. At the beginning of 2020 in January, I decided to pick up a paintbrush for the first time in over a year. And then I started painting again. And I've really enjoyed what I've worked on this year. One thing I haven't done since the beginning of 2020 or since the end of 2018 is pick up art supplies of the acrylic ink nature. So this whole thing is acrylic inks. Now, I still haven't gone in and swatched these. My next video will actually be an every single shade video going through all of my acrylic inks. But when I do go through these, I will be making so much art with them, and I'm just so excited. So I have several brands of acrylic ink. I have these Sennelier abstract inks. I have Winsor and Newton inks, and I actually got these recently in my last art haul, which is linked up here. We have some PH Martin Gold Copper. This is the only one I have from this brand, but it is something I've actually repurchased multiple times because I do love a nice gold line. We have some FW pearlescent shades as well as just some regular FW. We have some Higgins. This specific color for Higgins, blue as well as a magenta, is new, but I always use this Higgins Black Magic when I am using acrylic inks. It just makes such a bold line. And then I have some Amsterdam, and finally some Liquitex. And so those are kind of the inks I'll be gravitating for. And again, the next Inktober related video will be swatches as well as some artwork. So there's that. And then for surfaces, I think I'm mostly going to be working in sketchbooks. I also have this very big Canson acrylic and oil paper. It is 11 by 14. And so I have these sheets. It's about 20 thick sheets of this that I might use. I do have some Canson mixed media paper that's just loose leaf. I do like the paper. It is high quality paper, and I have a lot of it. I have, well, now probably around 80 sheets of it left to play around with. So there's that. And I'm sorry if I'm dripping. I just finished washing my hair and I'm letting it air dry. So we have that. Oh, I forgot to mention, I have some of these Brie Reese acrylic glitter inks, or just regular glitter inks. Actually, it just got all over my hands, but yeah, it's shiny. So for Inktober, I know a lot of people are like, am I going to participate? Are you going to participate? Are we boycotting this year? And my thoughts on the whole Jake Parker plagiarism situation is that don't got nothing to do with me. Specifically, I have never really interacted with Jake Parker as his own separate brand from Inktober. I've never followed really the main prompts. I've never followed him on social media or purchase anything that he's done like separately. I had no intention of buying the actual book, and actually until they announced the whole plagiarism thing, I had not even heard that he was putting out a book. Likewise, I have no standings with the other artists involved. I had not heard of him. I was not a follower or anything like that, and I did not own the books. So in that way, I'm very unconcerned. Secondly, with the plagiarism claims, and from what we've seen as evidence given out, I'm not a copyright lawyer. I don't know that the style of which someone displays common knowledge, if that is something that can be plagiarized, I don't know. And I also don't know if it can be in fact plagiarized, if that is what actually occurred. That is something for lawyers and attorneys and publishers to figure out. And until I see evidence or proof saying this is what happened and this is what was implied and this is the thing, I'm staying out of it. For the prompts for Inktober, I'm not following them. I am participating in making ink in the month of October because I think it's fun, and I really want to use some of the ink supplies that I haven't used for, gosh, almost 2 years at this point. I would just like to get into my ink box, and this is the perfect time to do that. Other people may feel more strongly than me because they participate or they engage with either or both of these users, and so I get why it's a big thing. It's just not my big thing. I'm just legitimately, I'm staying out of it. It's not my business. So anyway, I thought I would move on from that and show off some stuff that I have done in Inktober's past. Now, mind you, I've never completed Inktober ever. I have just always failed to finish. I don't work well with these strict kind of daily prompt things. I just don't. It makes me feel confined. It makes me feel forced, especially with the type of schedule that I have. And I always kind of have maintained a high level of education, a high level of work. And so art will typically be the thing that falls in the cracks. And if I force myself to do something that I'm not really into, it'll just ruin the whole art thing for me. So I'm just not going to do that. But sometimes I make art and sometimes it's really good. And so let's see some Inktobers. Okay, so for my very first Inktobers, I worked in this sketchbook. I think this wasn't even that many years ago. For 2017, I attempted. And so here is the first thing I did, which was this scene of a bird on a tree and an electric cord, and just kind of side view. And this is where you can see that P.H. Martin gold copper. Very nice. And then the rest of these colors, I believe, were muted colors. And this was a day one of Inktober 2017. I did this house on the left, or your right, or however the camera flips it. And then I did this scene of these two people having an argument, because I was painting a lot of arguments back then. This piece on this side was actually based off the Nicki Minaj album cover that she did during that year. I can't remember the album at all, but I really like the pose of the neck, and so I kind of made a geisha inspired girl in this kind of likeness. And then for the last 2 days, I was getting a little fed up again with the daily prompts. So we did Under the Water, and I painted Squidward. And then this, I don't know what this is. This was a lot of stuff happening all on one page. For 2018, I tried to do some love art. I'll link the playlist above, but sometimes I like to paint just general black love art because I don't see enough of it, and I love to see love, especially because, like, why not? And so I like to paint little frisky scenes. I like to capture a moment, be that a moment of some type of emotion, suspense, of agony, of pleasure, of something. I like to capture this one unique moment. And so we have this piece, which is not that, actually. This I pulled up the wrong piece. This is actually a piece about really being spotlighted on women on display. It was part of a bigger concept. I've talked about it in a bunch of videos. This concept is not yet complete. I still haven't gotten it to the point where I actually want to paint a large scale of it. But this was one of those. And this was Inktober 2018. And then the love art now. Here we go. This is what I meant. Frisky little moments, little captured, little we can't get home to the bed, we're gonna just stay here at this table real quick type of situation. Okay. I really like the orange background. I think it just played into the flaming situation, if you will. And I didn't finish the faces, if you can see that. So we have that. And the last was more romantic. It was not as hot and fiery and bothered as that second piece, but we have this piece, which I love. And it was just like, oh, let's hold each other and dance slow. And he has flowers, and specifically this kind of little booty. I don't paint butts well. I don't know what it is, but I did a good-ish job, I think. I really like the shading, and just overall, this could be a greeting card. Actually, one day I might make this into a greeting card, actually. That's how much I like it. So anyway, there is that. And so next video related to Inktober will have actual inking involved. And thank you so much for watching. My name is Marnise Nicole, and I am out.